Hello, my beautiful beings. Welcome to Intro in Access Bars. My name is Anna, and I would like to share the modality and some tools from this modality that forever changed my life. I'm coming from a beautiful small country in Europe named Slovenia, and already a couple of years ago, after my study, I get a regular job. I was working in telecommunication and company in sales and marketing. And after a while, I found myself being stuck in front of computer, doing and repeating the same things over and over again. At one moment in my life, in this period of my life, I didn't really see the purpose and the meaning of what I was doing. I started to really losing myself and the sparkle inside of me, the passion about life, and I was suppressing my creativity, my uniqueness, my own knowing, with accepting living the normal life, which I always knew that it's not something that is also going to be my life. Because since I was a child, I was different. I was super connected, as we all are, really super connected with nature, with animals, and I never really couldn't fit into the society. I was pretty much most of the time alone and spending time with in connection with nature, discovering myself, discovering surroundings. And this is something that I'm still so inspired day by day. At the moment, I'm living in Australia, in another continent. um, so I'm waking up every day, every morning with such a gratitude in my heart that sometimes it could be overwhelming. And when we are feeling stuck in our life, doing things that we didn't really came here to do, and we know that so much more is possible with ourselves in our lives, there are a lot of things that can start showing up as a sign and a gift from the universe, from our own being. We can start to see some disbalance or some symptoms starting to showing and arising on our bodies. We can also start to feel really not present, just searching for the distractions outside of the world, in external world, to not being even able to see and to hear that our soul, that our inner being is calling us to change something and to do some steps in our life. So at that point, when I already started to explaining to you, when I was working in this company, I think for 3 years, and after 3 years I said, okay, I had enough. Like, my body was starting to showing me like it's not okay what you are doing. You need to start doing the things that you came here on this beautiful planet to do. And I started to discovering and walking on the yogic path of living. I traveled to India. I was living in ashram for a while. I started to discovering world and just seeing how other people are living, what are possibilities. I started to become more quiet also in my mind and starting to discovering my inner world as I used to do when I was a child, with my daily regular meditation practice, with yoga asanas. And this was started to becoming really intense for me, and I was super passionate about it, and I am still super passionate about when it comes to yoga. But I also realized that at one point I became really dogmatic, and I started to judge people who, from my perspective at that time, they didn't really live the life that I thought we all should, that it's healthy for all of us to doing yoga, to meditating, to eating healthy food with all these restrictions that they are telling us then what you shouldn't be eating, what you should eat. And at this time, access consciousness came into my life as a gift again from the universe. And this is how I actually discovered that how it is to live in the world without judgments. What I'm not saying that we are living in this kind of world, but just for few minutes or during sessions, like different body processes that I was receiving, I was able finally to realize and to experience how important it is and how beautiful and powerful it is to actually having someone who is there for you without any layers of judgments of you or your body. And this is super healing, and this is something that I think our world and society is in need the most at the moment. And I still remember when I first heard from Access Consciousness that actually, and also Joe Dispenza and others, like the science is already saying this to us, that 99% of our thoughts, beliefs, ideas, emotions, and judgments as well are not even ours. So these are the things that we are picking from our environment. From the day we were born, we are learning things and seeing how our parents, how our neighborhood, how our society, our siblings, our friends are functioning, and also our culture, our country, the government. And with all these rules and restrictions, we are just picking all this up, blocking and locking in ourselves. And this at one point becomes reality for us. And we think that we are these things and that we are who they taught us that we are, and that who should we be. And we don't even really know who we truly are and what we truly desire, and with what kind of capacities and possibilities and uniqueness we are actually coming to this world to share this with others, to be inspiration and the gift and the beauty which we truly are. And when I heard this, I was like in shock. And I still remember staring in the mirror one day when I was still driving at my workplace, and I was like, okay, so this is the life that you want to live till the end of your life here. And I was like, no, these things needs to change. I need to do steps. I need to choose differently, that I can actually invite change in my life. And at that point, I quit my job. I went to travel. I also broke up with my partner at that time. Um, for the external world, everything seems to be really nice, and it looks that I'm living some kind of perfect life. But when you start losing yourself in relationship or in the job that you are doing, when you are really starting to realizing that you are starting to get further and further from your truth and who you truly are, I think that that is the time when we really need to be vulnerable and really honest within ourselves. to not covering these things and pretending that everything is okay and that everything is going to be okay, because we can have everything on this planet. We can have all the money, all the material world, but if we are empty inside of us, nothing and no one can fulfill us. Because if we are not walking on the path that we should, or on our path, following our knowing, living our true life, and living fully and openly, our body we will keep showing us, and our being is going to keep contract um, our organs, our chest, literally, before we are going to realize and to do some changes in our lives, because no one else will do or choose this for us. We are the one who needs to do this, and we are the one who truly can do this. And access consciousness, access bars truly helped me to quit my job, to say goodbye to the things or to the relationships when didn't really serve, not me, not my body, not anyone in this relationship or situation particularly. And sometimes, I mean most of the time, it takes a lot of courage to go out from the comfort zone, from the space where everything, it's so cozy and it's so warm, but it's also intense and it's pulling us apart. So when we are getting rid of the beliefs, the fear which is not even ours, we can more easily, and I'm not saying without any intensity in our bodies and not without any struggles maybe, we are still going to perceive or to feel everything, but like the way that we are experiencing and going through this experience is going to be completely different. And we are going to be, and we are encouraged that not this sensation, not anyone else, not these thoughts or beliefs of other people, that we need to have regular job, that we need to do this, that our salary is good, that our partner is at least not beating us, we should just stay there, we should just do this, don't risk anything. Having job and working these days, it's really hard, you should just stay there, you should just keep trying and trying and trying. And all these voices in our head and from other people, like, no, you're just saying, I'm not listening to you, thank you for your advices, goodbye. I am following my knowing, and I'm choosing myself for myself, no matter what is happened and no matter what kind of coincidence it's going to be after we are choosing this. Because we know that each and every choice will create something different. Because if we are not choosing, we can change. And when we choose, everything will change. We will create something different, which sometimes, as I already mentioned, it can be really uncomfortable, and for a while we can feel like that we are failure or losers or whatever, but it's going to be, and it is the only right way for us because we chose it and because we know. So access bars is the modality where on the workshop, which is takes for 1 day to get to know and to learn about the points that we are having on our head. So it's 32 points on our head, which are connected with the different parts. So we have points for the money, for control, for creativity. We have implant band just behind our ears, and in implant band, for example, here we are holding, and here are locked all the thoughts, beliefs, judgments, everything that we pick up from external world and from other people. And for example, point for the money or for the body, how many conclusions and beliefs we are having about and around our bodies. We are seeing how media is projecting and showing us these ideal, beautiful pictures of the bodies, and we are judging ourselves and our bodies if we are not fitting it. And also about money, how they were rising us. In some religions, like money, it's thought to be evil, or that the people who are having money are bad, and then maybe at one point or on one level of our consciousness we are stopping ourselves and locking ourselves from not receiving the money and not having the money because we have belief. And I'm not talking that this is on our conscious level, because it's not, it's going much more deeper. But we can have, and we all have these beliefs, not different beliefs, but they can lock us to not live the reality that we can live, because we think, okay, for example, if I'm having money, that means that I'm going to become, or I need to be bad, and everything that is spot and pop. This is a clearing statement. It's like a magic wand. It's a different words which are we learning in access bars class, but different words which are actually releasing the intensity and the charge from the different statements and beliefs that we are having in our mind and saying and projecting in the world. It's super powerful. For me, the whole access consciousness and access bars is the Harry Potter modality. Since I was a child, I know that I am and I was super witch, and I was interested and so inspired like on all these magical books and things. And having the modality also when I am an adult and when I'm growing, that it's keep giving me this magical sparkle of lightness, of ease, of joy, and a little bit of this childish energy. And it's super powerful to have these tools in our lives, and especially now in this time and space when we are living at the moment with all these huge changes and insanity that is happening in the world. I keep saying, I don't know how people are functioning and living uh, without tools and awareness. And I'm not saying that each and every one of us should choose the same things, but I'm just saying that some tools can bring us back to who we truly are and to our space. And I have done a lot of different modalities before, Reiki and other healing modalities, but access consciousness was first modality which were starting actually with questioning me and saying me, don't believe us or this modality anything, believe yourself, trust yourself, and question yourself, keep question everything in your life. And the whole access bars was channelized actually because of the founder of access consciousness, Gary Douglas, was even willing to ask the question. And also in the Bible, what they were saying, ask and you shall receive. And if anything today from tonight's Zoom, I would like to give you this tool, and I'm really inviting you. I mean, don't use it at all. For us, when humanoids, when you are saying don't use it, we are going to prove you wrong and we are going to do exactly this. I'm kidding, but I am also serious about it. Tool for asking the question. Like if we are not asking the question is in our life, everything is stagnant. Everything is just like the okay, we know all the answers. So universe or environment is not going to try and show us something different. And even if it's showing us something different, we are so locked in these our answers that there is no space for anything else. And just starting already in the morning with a question, who am I today? And what a glorious adventures can I have today? And questioning everything. What body, what would you like to eat today? Asking the question when someone is inviting you somewhere, first asking and checking within yourself, okay, what will this create? Is this something that I should choose or not? um, and asking for the money if we want to have more money, asking for beautiful relationship if we are craving, or if we would like to invite a beautiful man or woman in our life, or friends, whatever it is. There is no limitations and there is no limits. There is no lack of energy on this planet. It is just the willingness of being the question and being open to see it and perceive it. So in the one day access bars class, we go through the whole manual. It looks like this, and you get this manual. It's a magical book, witchy book that you're always having if you're, of course, choosing it with you. And you have all the tools and everything that can really contribute to your life and also to the life of the people around you, to your clients. After access bars class is certificate course. That means that you are getting certificate on the end, and you are able to practice and to do this also on paid clients. And it's a magical modality when for half an hour, 1 hour, you're or even more, pressing on a different points on our head. This is also the head chart, just that you can imagine how it actually looks. This is the chart that you are also getting on the Excel Sparse class. And after pressing, it's really gentle touch on these points. After the session, you can really feel relaxed and reborn. In the worst scenario, you can feel after it that you are after good relaxation massage. But in the best scenario, or the worst, depends, um, you can really see that your whole life change. Why? Because with each and every session, we are releasing the layers of the mist, all the layers of beliefs and of judgment, which were actually making us blind from the reality. And we can clear and clean these things till the end of the life, because there is a lot of the layers of all these beliefs. But that's why we are keep trying to be in these tools, to being in the question, to running access bars, because with each and every session we are releasing more and more stuff from our body and from our energetical field. So we are becoming more lighter, more open. We are not judging ourselves, our bodies and surroundings so much anymore. We are all in the process of growing, of expanding and learning. And then I'm not saying about perfectionist. I'm still also for myself, and with this modality and with everything that we are doing, it's not about being perfect, but to be an example what is possible, and that you are trying. And then doesn't mean that you're going around just like angel, cutting or diminishing from all the experience, from bad and good in excess. There is like, it's oneness, there is no polarity, there is no good, there is no bad, everything just is. And what I was trying to say, that doesn't mean that we don't have some challenges in our lives anymore. That doesn't mean that there are not coming thoughts and some beliefs, but we have the tools and we know that we have a choice and possibility to do differently, not just because of others, not just because of this beautiful planet, but because ourselves, because we are feeling better in our body and within ourselves, if we know how to reflect and how get rid of all this crap and shit that it's really not serving anyone. I hope that you received something from this Zoom tonight, from this video. And if you have any kind of questions, please let me know. As I already mentioned, at the moment I'm living in Australia, in this beautiful country, which I'm so grateful for the ocean, nature, beautiful people in my life here. Thank you, Australia, for having me here. Thank you, spirits of the earth, Aboriginal spirits, to allowing me to be here. I'm living in Sunshine Coast. I am having my workshops, my events in this area, and the next upcoming event of Access Bars workshop is coming on 1st of May. So if if any one of you would be interested who are from this area, let me know. You can message me also from other countries, from other parts of Australia. You can always send me a message. It's nice to hear from you. It's nice to connect with you, to chat with you, because I believe that more of us are going to expand and share our uniqueness, our gifts, our awareness with the world, the more we are actually changing the world. And I truly believe in us. I know that we are just on the way of the huge transitions, and these transitions is serving us, and it's always serving to Mother Earth. And when we are allowing ourselves to be who we truly are and being without this is something that it's nurturing our Mother Earth, and it keeping her alive and more vibrant and more pure. So thank you for being you. Thank you for choosing yourself, for choosing more, and for being the courageous being that you truly are, and knowing that nothing and no one can stop you from being you and from being who you truly are. Thank you. See you somewhere in the world. Bye. Mwah.